But if there's any question you guys would want to ask me, like questions I should answer on my channel, what question would it be? What would you? You know, Cati, you should go first. You're the one who hasn't gone first.
What was your biggest fear leaving home to go to college?
Amazing. I'm answering in another video.
No, answer right now.
Oh, you guys want me to answer
curious.
in this video?
Yes.
It's very interesting. I'm the youngest in my house, you guys. Everything was done for me. No, like literally, like I was the youngest, and I didn't know I was gonna survive out there. It's a different country, not just a different state. I was totally leaving home, but it was the first time. It was exciting, and at the same time it was scary because it was the first time ever I was gonna meet my dad, and we had lived apart for I barely knew him. So for me it was like, what is this? I don't know. I was terrified. I was not afraid. Afraid is not a word. I was terrified to the point where I was numb.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? It doesn't look like you guys are agreeing on it, because my ticket was bought like a week before. It's like, oh yeah, you're going to go next semester, and all of a sudden it's like, you're leaving in 5 days. I'm like, what?
Oh my God, that's scary.
Yeah, I know. I had to go from a different state, and I met up with my siblings, and I had not seen them in a few months. And we just had this like, oh, big get together, you leaving, blah, blah, blah. I didn't even get the time to invite my friends. I did not feel like seeing anybody at the same time.
Oh my God.
Because I just had mixed feelings. I was not excited about it. I wanted to be close to my mom every day. Yeah, so no, I did not like it. I did not enjoy it. But now that I'm here, I'm grateful. What is one other thing you would want to know?
I was gonna ask you, when you were in college, actually I kind of have two questions for you. You can answer them separately. Two. The first one being is, when you got distracted from your goals and from your priorities, what made you realize that you were distracted or that you've gotten away from?
That's a good question.
Those from those goals, and what brought you back?
When I was distracted, I was distracted. I had to get to the point where I knew that I was totally lost, and I needed help. Like, I was done. I did not care what I did next. I did not care if anything ran. I got to a point in my life where I was just tired. I was like, if a car runs me over, that's fine. Like, I got to like the worst of it.
Okay.
And I had good friends that would just look at me and tell me, you're being selfish, inconsiderate, and do not care about people who care about you, for just taking life so lightly. You should be lucky. You should be grateful you were lucky. And I had those friends to remind me. They did not baby me. It's like, get out of that funk. We've babied you too long. And another thing was, I had this friend. Shout out to you, the Bora. She told me every week we were going to small group if I liked it or not. But she just needed someone to go along with her, actually. She's like, you know what? If we're going to get you out of this, if whatever mess we're going through, we might as well find God. And when I got to that space where I was really down, I was like, you know what? I don't really know if God exists. I don't care. I don't know if He cares. I did not know anything for myself. Everything I knew at that time was handed over to me. I had a parent that went to church and all of that. So it was like, oh yeah, there's a God, He exists, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't understand Him for myself. So I went, and people would just pray over me, and they would prophesy over me, and it was exactly how I was feeling. So for some reason, just knowing that someone else could hear the mind of God about me made me feel better. And I did what? I started digging into my Bible. I actually started reading it like back to front. I wanted to know. I just wanted more. And I had roommates that would have small group, and we would just pray together, and we would just help each other out. Like physically, we were checking up on each other physically, mentally, emotionally. And I remember we would go work out together. It's like, oh, if you feel this way, let's go work out, let's eat right. Stuff like that. And, gradually came out of that rattle. It was good.
So have good friends around you, honestly.
Good friends.
And then the last question I had, because I think we all go through this at some point in our lives. When you felt like you were mentally losing it, what did you do? Or how do you get yourself out of that headspace? Because I think a lot of college students actually go through that phase where you literally feel like you're mentally just losing it. You're going to go crazy any second. Like, how do you deal with that and pull yourself back?
What I did when I was in college was every day. You guys, this is not the healthiest thing to do. Every day, when I came back home in the evening, I came out of my apartment and I walked. I would just take a walk. Every day. Like an hour or 2 hours, and I wandered a lot. I would just go. When I was tired, it was crazy. My friends, they never understood. They're like, are you okay? Like, they were scared, but I was like, this is what works for me. If you want to sleep, okay, I had another friend, she would sleep. That's what worked for her. But I just took walks. And when I came back, and in the morning, every day, if I liked, like, I just chose to pray. I would pray, and it wasn't, oh, Father God, no. Father God, I don't think I like you. I don't know how I feel today. I don't know if you're going to protect me today, but if you just show yourself. And I would go out there and he would actually show himself. It was funny. I would just meet somebody that would just choose to spend. It was amazing. It was literally understanding the mind of God and seeing God like send people to me every day. But feel free to ask for what you want and feel free to express the desires of your heart. I am hurt. I feel this way. Pray exactly how you feel. That was one thing that I learned in that season, and I never went back.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, my question for you is what do transitions and what do like different seasons mean to you?
Can you expand on that? Different seasons. You mean growth seasons, school seasons?
Yeah, so like all of us, we're transitioning to like a new season.
I am too. I'm transferring to not having friends. I just still have people around. I'm just being honest. No, I do. I still do have people around though. But I spent a lot of time with you guys this year.
Right.
A lot of time.
Oh, we did.
We did.
You have friends your own age.
They just came for me.
I'm kidding.
I have friends my own age. So, thank you guys. They just came for me. Good one, guys.
But yeah, so like we're all in a transition. And so we're moving, things are changing. And then we're going into a different place, and we'll be in a time of transition, like especially at the beginning. But then we're going to be like in a completely different season, you know, surrounded by different people, you know, different things are going to be happening. What does that mean to you? And like, what do you like desire to get out of these different seasons?
Every time I go into a different season, I go really open-minded. I don't like to have, I know this might sound bad for a lot of people, I don't like to have expectations. Like when I started like grad school, I'm just like, whatever is thrown my way. I know what it entails of. I know what I want out of this. But I'm not going to cook a story in my head like, oh, this is going to be perfect. I'm going to meet this kind of people. No. I go blank, really open-minded. Because that's the only way you're going to learn from people. So go open-minded, go prepared. Do not tell yourself. Like, you can be open-minded at the same time prepared.
Okay.
That's really good.
And that's how I like to walk into transitions.
I like it.
Me too.
So you guys, you can send me Kleenexes because I'm dramatic like that. Oh wow! To those of you that would be watching this video that are my friends that are still in the cities, I'm not dissing you guys. I love you guys, but these are the adventurous people in my life. Period. They are. You guys keep me like they said, I should go find my age mate. They keep me young. They do. No offense to my friends that are my age. We're still young. You guys should stop making us feel old. Yep, I'm still young. Very. Can't you see? Young. It was nice having you guys over. For me today, it's time for me to expose myself to growth. And I feel like 2019 is gonna be amazing. I always say oh, it's okay to be mediocre, but I don't think it's okay, and I don't want you guys to go to school and be mediocre. I know that you guys, like, I've seen you guys' spiritual growth, physical growth, mental growth, and I would want, one thing I would love for you guys to do when you go to school is approach people. Do not wait for people to approach you. It's okay to wait for people to approach. It's okay. I know nobody's an introvert here. I've hung out, nah, I hung out with you guys.
I don't know.
I was.
I like the way they are laughing at you thinking you were an introvert. Nice one. Nice.
Right? I thought I was.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, if she claims she is, then...
She's not. I don't think most introvert people say that.
Yeah.
Right.
I know you guys are not introverts. And I know that a lot of times it's so easy to just stay at the back burner and not... You guys all know, most of you know your purpose. You're not going to go to school and sit down and not do anything. I went to 2 different schools. In Moed, I did not do nothing. At that time, I was just going through crap and finding out who I was. When I went to my next school, like, one of the first things I did was find a campus ministry. You might not even like everything happening there, and you like... religion is its own thing. Spirituality is its own thing. Go out there and just talk to people randomly. Pray over people. Try it out. Do it. Do not cheat yourself. Do not cheat yourself, because I know you guys are amazing people and you're strong women, and I trust that you guys can make it. I believe in you guys. But we're gonna stay here drinking hot chocolate in the cold and missing you guys. I'm gonna miss you guys so much.
We're gonna miss you too, Anasi.
Thanks for coming here.
Welcome.
Oh.